Once upon a time, in a vast, sunlit valley, there lived a community of animals who had built a thriving village together. At the heart of the village stood an ancient oak tree, whose branches stretched wide and whose roots ran deep. The animals believed the strength of this tree symbolized the strength of their community, for each creature contributed in their own way. Be it the squirrels gathering nuts, the beavers building dams, or the birds singing songs to lift everyone's spirits. One year, a harsh drought struck the valley. The river's flow slowed to a trickle, the grass turned brown, and anxiety grew among the animals. Food became scarcer, and tempers began to fray. Meetings were held beneath the great oak, but each new idea seemed to wither before it could take root. The owl, known for her wisdom, watched silently from her perch, waiting for the right moment to speak. Finally, as the sun set one evening, and the animals gathered in frustration, the owl spread her wings and spoke in a calm, steady voice. The drought tests us, but it also reveals our strengths. Instead of focusing on what we lack, let us look at what each of us can give. Leadership is not about telling others what to do, but about bringing out the best in everyone. Her words hung in the warm air. The fox, always clever, suggested they keep watch for any sign of rain clouds. The beavers offered to build irrigation channels using branches and mud. The squirrels volunteered to ration the remaining acorns and share them fairly. Even the shy hedgehog offered to help by collecting dewdrops at dawn from the leaves. As the days passed, the animals worked together with renewed purpose. The beavers' channels brought water from distant puddles closer to the roots of the oak and the surrounding gardens. The birds took turns flying high to spot any sign of rain, and their cheerful songs lifted everyone's morale in the hardest moments. The fox, using her cunning, found a hidden spring under a large rock, which provided a modest but vital supply of fresh water. The squirrels, once possessive of their stores, learned the joy of sharing, and the hedgehog's morning dew became a symbol of hope for all. Slowly, the village began to recover. The plants around the oak tree turned green again, and the river's trickle grew stronger. When the long-awaited rain finally fell, the animals danced beneath the droplets, grateful not just for the water, but for the wisdom they had gained. In the weeks that followed, the village continued to flourish, stronger than before. The owl, watching from her perch, reflected on what she had seen. She knew true management was not about command or control, but about inspiration, about seeing the unique strengths in others and encouraging them to shine. She realized that leaders are not only those who speak loudly, but those who listen, guide, and believe in the potential of every individual. The animals never forgot the lessons learned during the drought. They told their story to every new generation, that in times of hardship, unity and shared purpose could overcome any challenge. They remembered that real leadership is measured not by how much one controls, but by how much one inspires, lifts, and unites those around them. And so, under the ancient oak, their community continued to grow, rooted in cooperation, nourished by inspiration, and forever reaching for the sky.